Artificial intelligence and chatbots are dominating how we interact with machines, with websites, with mobile apps, and with IoT. But often there is an uncanny valley of perception. For Tech Republic and ZDNet, my name is Dan Patterson with Ryan Lester, LogMeIn's Director of Customer Engagement Technologies. Ryan, how do we remove some of the negative stigma or kind of bad taste that AI chatbots can leave in our mouth?
Yeah, great. Thanks for having me, Dan. Looking forward to talking today. I think a lot of this baggage comes from the fact of this technology has been around, at least virtual assistants has been around for a number of years. And historically, they were very scripted. So bots were kind of told, if you get this keyword, give this response. So they really weren't built to be conversational, and customers would interact with them and they could do one or two things. But as soon as a customer asked a different question or phrased it in a different way, the bot would break. And so what's new is this technology has really evolved and become much more conversational. So it would interact just like you and I are, where we'll use different words to talk that have different meaning, but the bot understands those and then can deliver a better outcome to the customer.
And what is that better outcome? What are the goals that AI chatbots try to achieve?
Yeah, so we talk about this as brand defined and customer driven. And so what that means is you define what you want the bot to do. So do you want the bot to manage returns? Do you want the bot to manage, let's say, change my seat on a flight? So you're setting up those kind of outcomes, and then the bot drives towards those outcomes and interacts with the customer to get what it needs. And there's really a variety of use cases. It can be financial services. It can be related to travel and hospitality. It can be related to retail. So they really have become quite complex and they can do a variety of things. And really that comes down to the brand. What do you want it to do? And then build the bot towards that use case.
How, or rather, what are the technologies behind AI chatbots? I know we use artificial intelligence as kind of a catch-all phrase, but can you help us understand the tech that is driving AI chatbots?
Yeah, great question. We get this one a lot. So there's really kind of three main aspects of this. The first is the natural language processing or natural language understanding, which is what is the person saying? What is their intent? And so that's really around what do the words mean, the sentence structure, et cetera. The second is really around smarter knowledge management. So once you understand the customer's intent, how do you then better organize your information to drive them towards a better outcome? Whether that's an article, a form, a process, or even an agent. And then the third is around this knowledge graph, so or entity graphing. So how do you connect an intent with an outcome? So that the bot over time learns that, oh, when I'm getting this kind of question, the customer really means this, and therefore I should drive them to that outcome. So those three key things have advanced over the last 2 years: the natural language processing, the knowledge management, and then that relationship graph between the intent and the outcome.
We usually think about AI chatbots as a consumer tool and the consumer experience, but what is the B2B relationship or the business technology relationship with AI chatbots?
Yeah, there's two parts of that. We get that question a lot. So the first, we like to use this term harmony, where we're bringing harmony between the bot and the internal employee. So oftentimes people think about AI as customer use case. So I'm an agent, I'm talking with a customer on the phone or chatting with them, and they ask me a question. The bot can be there assisting me and giving me suggestions, alternate articles. So basically the bot is kind of my assistant there to help me with my day-to-day job. So that's one use case internally. The second is also internal support use cases. So I want a bot to handle things around IT questions or HR questions. And we all can relate to this of, hey, what's our policy around vacations or paternity leave? So bots can also be used for internally facing support questions, not just customer facing support.
What does the future look like? I know when we talk about AI, sometimes, especially right now, we kind of think about Westworld and the crazy outskirts of technology. But really, what does the short term, the next 18 to 36 months look in terms of business technology's use of AI-powered chatbots?
Yeah, there's two important things we see. Is one, we actually see us driving a lot of value for internal employees. So bots can start to handle much of the mundane, those commonly frequently asked questions that, having a live person support is really not a great job. It's not a lot of fun. So a lot of that mundane, highly repetitive tasks can be offset to the bot. So you can have your employees spend time on more high value interactions. So that will continue to happen. And we don't see it as replacing employees, but rather having your agents and employees spend time on more valuable activities, whether that's customer acquisition or higher value customers. So one is, bots will continue to manage the mundane. The second is bots will become more specialized. So you'll have bots that will become better at things like warranty related items or related to rebooking a flight. So instead of a bot being an assistant, you can also think of it as becoming specialized to certain skills, because it'll get better at the language processing related to that skill, and it'll build better knowledge related to that skill. So you'll start to see bots really become experts in certain activities as they continue to grow more knowledge and capture more data.